Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Tahoe Chitchat. I just started calling it that because I'm always in this truck driving somebody to and fro. We actually had just left church. We had to leave early because one of our sons had to get to work. So we took him to work, and then I sat in the parking lot of his job to check and see if my husband was due to get off of work. He works around the corner from my son, so he's not done. So I'm back at home sitting in the driveway because there's no telling when he's going to get ready. So I'll sit here for a little bit and just vent, because that's what I'm about to do, is vent. So basically, let me give you all some background, and you all tell me what will you all do in this situation, or do how do you all feel, or yeah, just how would you all handle it? So basically, the town that we moved from in Illinois before we moved down south, we left behind my youngest daughter, who's 23, and my 3-year-old grandson. We all used to live in the same complex, so I saw them basically every single day, and everything was good. My youngest daughter has never lived away from me, so this move that we have made has been extremely hard on her. I do talk to her every day, and I talk to my grandson every day, FaceTime. But it's just not good enough. So basically, my 27, I have a 27-year-old son who is there as well, and he has a daughter, my granddaughter Camilla, and so she's 3 as well. But they don't live together, and he's fairly busy. He works all the time, so he checks on my daughter when he can, but he's busy. Everybody has their own life. So basically, while we're gone, whole town knows that we're gone, and someone that my children grew up with and they trusted, she let him over her house, and he robbed her. He took her PS5. She's a single mother, works hard for everything she gets. She was so proud to be able to buy herself the PS5. It's like one of those luxuries. I mean, happy to have it. He walked out of her house with it. So the police haven't been able to locate him. My daughter reached out to his mom. The mom blocked her on social media. So I'm like, you know what? This is really crazy. Just me being a mom of 7, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can get through to the mom. I messaged the mom. She left me on red for days. And I'm like, you know what? I know the deal. You can look at the top of the message and you can see who's messaging you, and just don't open it all the way. But I know you saw it. So basically, after she left me on red for days, I made a Facebook post and I tagged her in it. That got her attention quickly. She hurried up and messaged me. At first, the tone of the message sounded like it was starting off to be hostile, and then she toned it down. She was basically saying, "Oh, you all keep tagging me and stuff. That's not going to make me respond any faster." And then she started being apologetic. I'm sorry this happened to your daughter. I can't make my son do anything. The system isn't in my house, because my post, was saying, hey, if you have stolen property in your house, you're complicit. If you know that your son stole this system and he's sitting up in your crib playing it, then you're just as responsible as he is. So that got her to respond. And she was like, oh, you all are trying to embarrass me, or bash my name around town. No, we're trying to get some kind of response from you as a mother, even though, I mean, he's grown. How old is he? He's 19. I have a 19-year-old son too. Like I said, they all went to school together. So she responded. Our chat went well. She assured me that she would talk to him and try to encourage him to do the right thing. And I told her, I said, okay, I can work with that. I appreciate you reaching out. I appreciate it. And we left it at that. Oh, I also told her that, I would take the post down, and she appreciated that as well. That was it. It's been days. I messaged the young man. I told him that if he would just give the game to his mom and have her bring it to my daughter's house, that would be it. That would be it. Just do the right thing. I also tried to appeal to his sense of humanity. Like, we've given you rides. We've always been, respectful whenever you've seen us. You call us mom and pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're very disappointed in you, but it's not too late for you to turn your life around and do the right thing. And I also let them know, if you ever need prayer, don't ever feel like your life is in such a disarray or in such a bad state that you can't come out of it. There's a lot of stuff going on with him, and I understand that. He's in a lot of turmoil, has a lot of other things going on in town. And I let him know, if you ever need prayer, reach out to me. I'll pray with you. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do with people, because I know, he's a young man. It's a lot of stuff going on. He didn't open the message. So I screenshot the message and I sent it to his mother. And I said, hey, this is what I sent your son. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. She didn't respond. She read it, but she didn't respond. So now at this point, I'm like, okay, I know the mother, she didn't do the crime. But as a mother, when some of my children have got into some trouble, some mess with people, and it would make me so mad. But the stuff that they had gotten into, if they owed somebody money or if they took something from somebody, who stepped in? Me and my husband. People always know, oh, hey, we're going to go talk to the parents. So-and-so did this. Let me go, talk to the parents. They knew us as people of integrity. And yes, we would get mad at his one child in particular. Yeah, we would get real mad because we were like, why you keep doing stuff? You got people coming to our door. You did this. You owe this person money. But we would step in and take care of the issue. Thank God it's been a long time since we've had to do that. But that's what we did because we knew he was wrong. We felt bad. And, the people needed their stuff back or they needed compensation. So what are you all's thoughts about this? I made a post, several posts today on Facebook. I didn't tag the mother, but I did tag the police department because word on the street is, the family, of course, they know where he is. The town is small. It's a small college town. The family knows where he is. My daughter ran into his mother in a grocery store the other night and asked her, have you talked to your son? And the mother, no. Oh, come on. Really? You haven't talked to your son in this small town. You know where he is. So at this point, you're just as responsible. Like I said, I know the game is very expensive. So, my feelings and thoughts were, if this was my child that had walked out of somebody else's house with a game system, and, a lot of people just don't have $500 laying around. At least be sympathetic, and say, hey, can I make payments on it? That's just my thoughts. How do you all feel? If it were me, I'll be like, hey, can I give you $50 every time I get paid until, I can pay this off? And I just deal with my son on my own because this is wrong. This is wrong. I know we can't be responsible for everything that our children do. But this, how do you all feel? I just want to know, how do you all feel? I know we can't go around paying for all of their wrongdoings and all of their mistakes, but the way this is being handled, and the mother, ignoring messages, and now the aunt, where my daughter and her friend picked this young man up from the aunt's house, the aunt is acting like she has no idea what's going on. Small town. He's always at her house. He was picked up from her house, but all of a sudden, no one knows what's going on. It's real crazy. So yeah, I did make another post on Facebook and I tagged the police department because at this point, somebody needs to do something and they need to do it fast. This isn't right. And it's just very disheartening when parents turn a blind eye to the things that their kids do. It's sad. Nobody likes to hear that their kids are out here doing reckless and ignorant things and committing crimes and stuff. Nobody wants to hear that. Who wants to deal with that? But at the same time, I mean, as a parent, you ought to be able to get through to your child in some way, shape, form, or fashion. What are y'all thoughts? I'm curious. How would you all deal with this? What would you all do? Because I'm hot. I'm 38 hot. Like, I'm mad because this is wrong, and it's even more hurtful that it's somebody that played ball with my boys, went to school with all the kids, and you just gonna come up in her crib knowing that she trusts you to, not steal from her and stole from her, and act like, hey, it's a-okay. And it's just, yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. I feel bad for my daughter, but it's a lesson. It's an expensive lesson, well learned, to keep people out your house. Keep people out your house. You accumulate nice things, and then you let people around that aren't doing anything with themselves, don't have any ambition in life, and they just feel like, oh, I could come up off of somebody else, and that's exactly what just happened. And now, his, like I said, his mother, his aunt, everybody's playing crazy. Oh, we don't know where he is. Somebody just messaged me a little while ago and said that his mother sent him out of town, but we don't believe that's true. So how would you all deal with this? Would you expect the mother to compensate you on, her child's behalf? What would you do? What would your conscience, tell you to do? I'm curious. I'm looking for answers because I know I'm, emotionally invested in this. So of course I'm going to feel like, yeah, they need to buy her a whole new system. If he's not giving it up, mom, you need to go ahead and you need to cash out like ASAP. That's how I feel. So yeah, just let me know what you think. Let me see your, hear your thoughts. And if you haven't subscribe, give me a thumbs up. And have a blessed day. And y'all pray for me because I try not to get too upset. I try not to get too upset. I'm glad I'm not down there because I would actually be staking out everywhere his family members live. And I would catch him. Like, it's not a game. It's not a game. You're not going to walk out of her house with her stuff and just think, hey, catch me when you can. No, this is about to end, and we're gonna get justice. I'm a praying mama too. I don't fight people, with my fists, but I will fight them, in prayer. I war a different way, and I'm praying for justice. I also pray for the young man. I'm not praying, some people pray like crazy prayers, like something that happened to somebody. I'm not praying anything happened to him. I pray God's will over his life, but I pray that justice is served. So, with that being said, like I said, you all pray for me. Keep me in prayer because mama is hot. Hot, okay? Hot and mad. So, I'll chat with you all later. Can't wait to hear you all's or read you all's responses to this.